Buckle up, excellence junkies, because this podcast is definitely for you. Welcome to Rocket Fuel. Do you wish that you could surround yourself with people that love to kick ass just like you? Well, come to my party, baby, and meet some of the brightest stars in the entrepreneurial galaxy, because it is my mission to give these entrepreneurs a platform to declare what they are on this planet to accomplish and to show you why they are rocket fuel. And we're live. Oh my goodness, guys, I just came off of this thrilling episode recording. Yeah. Paul and I are like giggle. All right, but let me set up like what it was about. We were talking about sales excellence, and this is kind of interesting because my vibe around sales, I kind of get the heebie-jeebies because I think I have this like preconceived programming around like sales being pushy and this and that or whatever. But we just had this amazing conversation with Paul Ross. He is the founder of the Subconscious Sales Advantage. And we talked about the power of words in reframing what sales means to you and what that experience is for the person that you're trying to serve. So Paul, I mean, we went over our 30 minutes.
I think we went to 45. I told you I'd be the best interview you ever did.
So clearly, guys, like this is the teaser, because I'm not going to give him 45 minutes this time. But the last episode, the long episode, is just chock full of awesome information. But so let's talk about the subconscious first of all. Like, why is this even something that's important to talk about? Why are you so interested in the subconscious and how words are involved in this whole process?
Well, because the subconscious mind is where we make the majority of our decisions. That's where we find yourself making things happen. Wanda, did you ever find yourself falling in love?
Yeah, it's just happened.
Was it a conscious thing where you said, today I'm going to feel this and tomorrow I'm going to feel that? It's going to go through this. It just happened.
Yeah.
So that's a very subconscious process, or unconscious. I use them interchangeably because I am a hypnotist. And so we find ourselves reaching for the refrigerator. We find ourselves doing all sorts of things. The subconscious mind is really the seat of where we make our most important decisions. And then we layer on the facts, figures, data, information to justify the decisions that we made on the emotional subconscious level. So if you're not using language to address that part of the mind in a precise way, then you're leaving a lot of money on the table. And I don't like to leave money on the table.
Yeah, this is really interesting. And the thing is, you love to work with people that are already good, if not excellent, at sales, right? So they have good numbers. They're not in this like desperate zone.
No.
And it's kind of interesting. So tell me why that, and not people that are struggling with sales from the beginning.
Because people who are already doing well have the drive to do better, and they have an understanding of basic goal setting. They know that to do something beyond what they're used to is the only way that they can get results better than they're used to enjoying. And here's the thing. I'm not saying that traditional sales is completely wrong. It's just incomplete, and it no longer works the way it used to work. Your competition is doing it. Your prospects have already seen it. They're hip to all the yes ladders and the tag questions and the rest of it. So you need a lunatic like me, someone who came from the world of seduction. I was a seduction coach. I taught guys how to pick up and seduce women, of all things.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is powerful, because so you go into this a little bit more in the longer episode. So guys, if that was like, whoa, what happened? Then listen to the more juiciness in the longer episode. But you that's how you got into exploring and studying language.
Right. I had to use language to overcome my own shyness and body shame. I'm 6'2". Back then, I was not only 6'2", I was 127 pounds. I looked like a skeleton. I could not get a date to save my life. And
Mhm.
so I stumbled onto a discipline called NLP. We won't get into it, but I learned to use language to heal my own shame and then to speak to women in ways that were emotionally evocative. So suddenly they were looking at me through the filter of being attracted to me.
Uh-huh.
And my male friends would say, "What are you doing? Because you're still ugly as sin in a cracked mirror, but you're getting all these women. What are you doing?" And so I learned to use language.
Watch the video. That is not true, but I'm just saying,
I was then. I was then. I was
okay.
then.
Well, maybe all that subconscious language
Is working
did
on
some
his.
magic.
So bottom line is I had to use it to solve my own problems.
Mm.
And sales is essentially a seduction. Let's be real about it.
Mhm,
You have to
mhm.
do your prospecting, qualify the prospect, get rapport, present your sales presentation, do some trial closes, overcome objections, and hopefully get repeat business and referrals if you're very good.
Mhm. Interesting, interesting. So, yeah, so it totally makes sense because you're right. It's about the relationships, it's about kind of making that connection, but also um kind of sometimes getting rid of some of the static. We were talking about like maybe the prospect has their own feeling like about what this sales experience is,
Right,
right? And then you're kind of managing that, or you might have your stories or
right.
around that.
Right. I think we have to start. You always start with yourself. You have to go first. That's why I like to give the reframe. I hope it's not giving away a juicy tidbit, but I
No, go
say
for it.
you're not a salesperson. You're a decision service technician because you're
Mm.
never selling your product or service. You're always selling decisions and good feelings about decisions. When you think about it like that,
Wait, say that again.
you're never selling your product or service. You're always selling decisions and good feelings about decisions. So
Hmm.
you can think of yourself as a decision service technician because
Mm.
that's what you're doing. You're being in service of your prospect, making a good decision. And here's the thing, your prospects don't know how to make good decisions anymore. That's because they're overwhelmed, they're overstimulated, they have too many choices, they have zero to little focus. Most people have the focus of a goldfish.
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
you have to create those states in them where they're focused, where they believe. You've heard about know, like, and trust.
yeah, yeah.
Well, that's not enough. Now they have to trust that they can make good decisions. So being able to create in your
Ooh,
prospect trust in themselves is a whole new game that no one else teaches. That's why I call it the subconscious sales advantage.
right, right. Yeah, because in a way, if the prospect is already kind of thinking, I don't know, this seems interesting, but can I get the most out of this? Is this going to be another failure like last time? All of this stuff that's kind of like an invisible beast that
Right.
you're fighting with and you don't even know, or if you don't address it, right? If
And
you're
you
not
got to get
prepared.
them off quickly
Mhm.
from all of that. And you
Mm.
can do that. You have to be able to spot it, and then you have to be able to use language to get them out of that state into a state where they not only believe in you, they believe in themselves. And I'm the only person in the world who teaches how to do that. And you can do it very quickly through addressing the subconscious mind.
Wow. Wow. So what I love is that you love this. It's clear if you're just listening to this, you need to pop in into our YouTube channel to watch the episode. Woo, oh, and his muscles. Excuse me.
Is what
Excuse me.
my-
But but it's evident that you love this and you enjoy this, and as part of that process, I can imagine that your clients also just fall in love with this process because you have to really be in tuned in order to know when to I don't know, it's kind of like a dance with your prospect. Like it's like, oh, that came out. Now I have to use this.
sometimes it's more like a street fight.
Oh, tell
And
me, tell me.
well, it's more like a street fight with some of them. Back when I was a seduction coach, so I was dealing with 30, 40, 50-year-old virgins who
Mm.
had deeply impacted subconscious minds that really didn't believe in themselves. So I didn't have
Oh,
time for positive thinking and having them visualize success. I had to get down into their subconscious and street fight, like throw everything I had at them,
Yeah.
come up with new punches, new combinations to just get that negativity to submit. So in the
Uh-huh.
same way, sometimes you have to shock your clients. You have to break rapport. We talk in the episode, just as a teaser, the importance of breaking rapport, which is blasphemy in the sales world. You must
Yeah.
always be in rapport. No. You're stuck in mediocrity if you're always in rapport. You're stuck. If you're always in rapport, you will be stuck in mediocrity, or you'll be stuck at good, or you'll be stuck at excellence, but excellence can be mediocre when it's what you become used to. So if you
Right.
want to really soar and skyrocket, you better, if you want to soar, you must break rapport.
Oh, we are meeting rapper Paul Ross. Oh my gosh, that was incredible. Okay, and you guys are lucky because he didn't talk about that in the longer episode. So you can just imagine all the other stuff that you missed. Paul, I love this. I could have you on the show 5 bazillion times because this, and he's like, let's do it, right? Because this is really important. This is really a perfect example of what you said. So sometimes mediocre can be excellent. You know, when you're kind of used to, oh yeah, according to everybody else, I'm doing really good. I'm a top salesperson and that's good. But you can get that, you have that feeling inside of you saying like, there's something better. And that's why you get that drive of like, oh, I want to crush my personal best. Or now it's not just being the top salesperson in my team. I want to beat other teams or whatever. But part of it is just knowing that you can do better. And I love that you're offering this to people that are already good to excellent at sales. But what I also love is that I think it's a huge service to sales professionals to help ensure that they stay in that zone of service, and that they really listen, because a lot of salespeople talk at their prospects. In order to use your techniques, you really need to listen.
Absolutely, you have to listen. Yep.
Yeah, this
Totally
is
true.
powerful.
And I got to say something else.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't reveal this on the full episode. I'll reveal it here. I have an ulterior motive. Yes, I want to serve. Yes, I want to help. Yes, I want to generate clients from this, blah, 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 blah. But my ulterior motive is I'm in love with this. You can see from the joy in my face. You have to watch to see it. I've been joyful through this and through the whole long episode. I want people to fall in love with language the way I fell in love with it when I was a gangly, geeky 29-year-old virgin trying to figure it all out. I love language. I love its power to influence, to persuade, to sell, to heal, to turn stumbling blocks into stepping stones and pain into passion. I've seen it absolutely, if you use it precisely and with compassion. I have written back on my glass board, it says compassion with precision, which I think is one of the keys to being influential. Can you be compassionate with people, but do it with precision so you can move them to where they really need to be? And the only tool to do that is language. Used with precision, addressed to the subconscious mind where the decisions are really made.
Whoa, that is good stuff. Wow. Okay, so my dear Rocketeers, I don't want you to miss out on just like sitting with this information. I know it could be a lot. I really hope that you recognize that just learning about how to, one, appreciate how words influence the subconscious mind, and then start considering, is this something that I really want to delve into? I want your first step to be to request this value bomb that Paul put together. In fact, it's actually uniquely, it's a 5-part series that he put together. All you need to do is text compel. I love it. Text compel to 411321 if you're in the US, and you'll get part 1 of the power of invisible influence. So this is a series of resources that are totally focused on helping you understand language and how it influences the subconscious mind, your own subconscious mind, as well as those of your prospect. And it's just going to increase your sales, increase your abilities to serve, and just leveraging this power is unbelievable. So if you're in the US, text compel to 411-321. If you're outside of the US, please text compel to +1 909 741 1321. I think by the time this episode comes out, you will be able to use WhatsApp as well. So check us out on WhatsApp, 1-909 741 1321. You're going to text compel as the message. And if we ask you for your email address, definitely provide it, because that is how you are going to get this amazing series. This just gives you the opportunity to do something about this inspiration, because I know for the right people, it's going to be like, whoa. And I don't want you to say, hey, I listened to this cool episode and not do anything about it. You're missing out on way too much if you do that.
And just one quick thing. There are nuggets in there and exercises you can do, really simple ones that you will see immediately results from. Immediate, because I say the best proof is your own results.
Yeah, you're right. So literally there is money in that Value Bomb series. Yeah. I mean, I can attest to it because I've read them all. We've worked on them together, and it's powerful. Look, Paul, it is evident why you are rocket fuel. It's evident, and I feel very lucky and very excited to be able to introduce you to the Rocketeers, because for those of you that are feeling like excellence is mediocre, like, it's time for you to bust out and finally become extraordinary. With that being said, I hope that all of you guys have a rockin' day, and check out that longer episode. Bye now.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. Look, every one of our episodes is boosted by a value-packed keyword called a catchword. Yeah. This allows our audiences to text to receive even more value from our guests. So take advantage of that great value. And if you share your expertise by guesting on podcasts or TV or speaking in front of live or digital audiences, then you're leaving anonymous fans behind. So go get a catchword at catchwords.com, KETCH words.com, and use podcast20 as a promo code for 20% off your setup fee. Look, make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the Rocket Fuel podcast so you never miss your jolt of rocket fuel. Until next time, adios.